The sun hung low in the Miami sky, casting a warm, golden glow across the city's pristine beaches. Olivia had always been drawn to art, but it was the natural beauty of Miami that had led her here for an art conference. With a heart full of anticipation and a mind buzzing with excitement, she stepped onto the powdery sands of South Beach. As she strolled along the shoreline, the gentle breeze whispered secrets of the sea, and the rhythmic waves painted a soothing backdrop. The vibrant colors of Miami's iconic Art Deco buildings danced in the sunlight, and Olivia couldn't help but marvel at the city's unique blend of art and nature. Lost in thought, she wandered farther along the beach, her bare feet sinking into the warm sand. It was then that she stumbled upon a quaint beachside restaurant, its tables adorned with turquoise tablecloths billowing in the breeze. The sound of laughter and the tantalizing aroma of freshly cooked seafood wafted through the air. Curiosity piqued, Olivia decided to step inside. The restaurant was adorned with seashell decorations and rustic wooden furniture, exuding a cozy and inviting atmosphere. It was a place where the sea met the culinary arts, and she felt an inexplicable pull. As she settled into a corner table with a view of the turquoise waters, a friendly waiter named Antonio greeted her with a warm smile. Olivia ordered a glass of chilled white wine and couldn't help but admire the ocean view. It was as if the waves themselves were whispering stories to her, stories she longed to capture in her art. Meanwhile, in the restaurant's bustling kitchen, the talented chef, Luca, was passionately preparing his signature dish, a seafood risotto that had earned the restaurant its stellar reputation. His eye sparkled with a creative fire as he added the final touches to the dish, infusing it with his love for both cuisine and Miami's natural bounty. As the waiter delivered Olivia's meal, her taste buds were transported to a world of flavors. The exquisite dish, paired with the picturesque view, left her in awe. She couldn't help but ask Antonio about the chef responsible for this culinary masterpiece. With a twinkle in his eye, Antonio shared Luca's story, describing his dedication to preserving the essence of Miami's flavors in every dish. Olivia was captivated, and a desire to meet this passionate chef arose within her. Little did she know that fate had already set its plan in motion. As Olivia savored her meal, Luca emerged from the kitchen to greet the restaurant's guests. Their eyes met, and in that serendipitous moment, a connection sparked, a connection born from their shared love for Miami's natural beauty, a connection that would shape the course of their lives in the vibrant city of Miami. An artistic passion. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting Miami in shades of orange and pink as Olivia and Luca sat across from each other at a cozy corner table in the beachside restaurant. The gentle lapping of the waves provided a soothing backdrop to their conversation. Luca, his eyes reflecting the warm hues of the setting sun, couldn't contain his enthusiasm as he shared his dreams. "You see, Olivia," he began, "I've always believed that food is not just sustenance, it's an art form. My dream is to become a renowned chef, to create dishes that not only tantalize the taste buds but also awaken the soul." Olivia, her eyes sparkling with intrigue, leaned forward, captivated by Luca's passion. "I couldn't agree more," she replied with a smile. "Just as you infuse your creations with your heart and soul, I believe that art is an expression of the deepest emotions and experiences. I'm an art historian, and I've dedicated my life to unraveling the stories behind the brushstrokes, the colors, and the emotions conveyed by artists." Love blossoms. Miami's enchanting allure continued to weave its magic as Olivia and Luca's connection deepened. Days turned into weeks, and their friendship evolved into a passionate romance that mirrored the vibrant city's energy. Their days were filled with shared adventures, exploring hidden gems that Miami had to offer. They ventured into art galleries, where Olivia's expertise and Luca's artistic eye combined to create a unique appreciation for each painting and sculpture they encountered. They found beauty in the brushstrokes, just as they did in the flavors of Luca's culinary creations. One sunny afternoon, Olivia took Luca on a tour of the city's Art Deco district, where pastel-colored buildings lined the streets like a canvas painted with history. As they strolled hand in hand, they couldn't help but marvel at the artistry of the architecture and the stories that each building held. Their culinary explorations were equally captivating. Luca introduced Olivia to the vibrant world of Miami's cuisine, from fresh seafood at local markets to Cuban delicacies in Little Havana. Their taste buds danced with delight as they savored each flavor, and through their shared meals, they discovered that their love for Miami's diverse culinary scene mirrored their love for each other. But it wasn't just the art and cuisine that brought them together, it was the moments of serenity they found on Miami's secluded beaches. They had their favorite spot, a hidden cove where the sea kissed the shore in gentle caresses. There, they would lay on the sands, fingers intertwined, and watch the waves paint patterns on the canvas of the beach. Under the starlit Miami sky, they shared their dreams and fears. Luca spoke of his aspirations to open his own restaurant, where he could bring to life the flavors of Miami that had captured their hearts. Olivia confided in Luca about her longing to contribute to the art world in meaningful ways. To unravel the stories behind the canvases and sculptures that inspired her. Their love was like the city itself, vibrant, passionate, and constantly evolving. Each day brought a new discovery, a new facet of Miami's beauty, and a new layer to their affection for one another. They reveled in the magic of the city, where art and nature merge seamlessly. As their hearts continued to entwine, Olivia and Luca knew that their love story was a masterpiece in the making, one that found its inspiration in the enchanting city of Miami and the profound connection they had forged amidst its hidden gems. Secrets of the past. Miami's azure waters and golden sand seemed to hold the promise of forever as Olivia and Luca's love blossomed. But beneath the surface of their idyllic romance, Olivia carried a heavy burden, a secret from her past that threatened to cast a shadow over their happiness. One evening, as they dined at Luca's restaurant, Olivia found herself lost in thought, her gaze lingering on the flickering candlelight. Luca, perceptive as ever, noticed her distant expression and reached across the table to gently squeeze her hand. "What's on your mind, my love?" he asked softly. Olivia sighed, her heart heavy with the weight of the truth she had been concealing. "Luca, there's something I need to tell you," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "A secret from my past, one that I've been carrying with me for a long time." Luca's eyes, usually filled with warmth and adoration, now held concern. "Olivia, you can tell me anything," he assured her. "We've built our love on trust and honesty." Summoning her courage, Olivia began to reveal the secret she had guarded so closely. She spoke of a previous relationship that had left scars on her heart, a relationship that had ended in betrayal and heartache. Tears welled in her eyes as she confessed her fear of being hurt again and her hesitations about fully embracing their love. As their hearts continued to entwine, Olivia and Luca knew that their love story was a masterpiece in the making, one that found its inspiration in the enchanting city of Miami and the profound connection they had forged amidst its hidden gems. Miami's azure waters and golden sand seemed to hold the promise of forever as Olivia and Luca's love blossomed. But beneath the surface of their idyllic romance, Olivia carried a heavy burden, a secret from her past that threatened to cast a shadow over their happiness. One evening, as they dined at Luca's restaurant, Olivia found herself lost in thought, her gaze lingering on the flickering candlelight. Luca, perceptive as ever, noticed her distant expression and reached across the table to gently squeeze her hand. "What's on your mind, my love?" he asked softly. Olivia sighed, her heart heavy with the weight of the truth she had been concealing. "Luca, there's something I need to tell you," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "A secret from my past, one that I've been carrying with me for a long time." Luca's eyes, usually filled with warmth and adoration, now held concern. "Olivia, you can tell me anything," he assured her. "We've built our love on trust and honesty." Summoning her courage, Olivia began to reveal the secret she had guarded so closely. She spoke of a previous relationship that had left scars on her heart, a relationship that had ended in betrayal and heartache. Tears welled in her eyes as she confessed her fear of being hurt again and her hesitations about fully embracing their love. As the truth spilled from her lips, Olivia felt vulnerable and exposed. She feared that Luca might distance himself from her, unable to accept the baggage from her past. But to her surprise, Luca's expression remained tender and understanding. "Olivia," he said gently, "we all carry our past with us, and it's a part of what makes us who we are. I'm grateful that you trust me enough to share this with me. Please know that I'm here for you, and I want to help you heal." Luca's unwavering support eased Olivia's fears, but a sense of guilt lingered. She knew that her secret had the power to change everything between them. She struggled with the realization that their burgeoning relationship might be jeopardized by the scars of her past. As the night wore on, Olivia and Luca held each other close, finding solace in their love despite the secrets that threatened to pull them apart. Their connection remained strong, but the unspoken question hung in the air: would their love be resilient enough to withstand the weight of Olivia's past, or would it crumble under the weight of the truth? As the days passed, Olivia and Luca's love grew stronger, but so did the challenges that threatened to pull them apart. Society's expectations, like dark clouds on the horizon, cast a shadow over their budding romance. For Olivia, the pressure came in the form of an impending arranged marriage, a tradition deeply rooted in her family's heritage. Her parents, aware of her blossoming relationship with Luca, urged her to honor their family's wishes and marry the man they had chosen for her. The weight of tradition bore down on her, creating a suffocating sense of duty. Conversations with her parents became increasingly tense as they insisted on her compliance with the arranged marriage. The thought of betraying her heart and forsaking her love for Luca tore at her soul. She felt trapped between the expectations of her family and her own desires, with no clear path forward. Meanwhile, Luca faced his own internal turmoil. He had always been devoted to his family's restaurant, which had been a part of their legacy for generations. The success of the restaurant relied on him, and the burden of duty weighed heavily on his shoulders. The thought of leaving the restaurant to pursue a life with Olivia was a painful choice. Each night, he and Olivia would steal moments of stolen passion, their love burning brighter in the face of adversity. But their stolen moments were overshadowed by the looming decisions that would shape their futures. The pain of sacrifice and the fear of loss gnawed at them both. One fateful evening, as they watched the sunset over the Miami skyline, their shared silence spoke volumes. Olivia's eyes were filled with unshed tears as she finally confided in Luca about the impending arranged marriage. She explained the expectations that her family had placed upon her, and the heavy price she would pay for defying tradition. Luca, his heart aching, shared his own struggle with her. He spoke of the duty he felt towards his family's restaurant, the weight of their legacy, and the difficult choices he had to make. Tears glistened in his eyes as he confessed his love for her, torn between his desire to be with her and the responsibility that bound him. Their love was undeniable, but the forces of tradition and duty threatened to tear them apart. As the Miami night enveloped them in its warm embrace, Olivia and Luca faced the most challenging decision of their lives, whether to follow their hearts and risk everything or succumb to the expectations that society had placed upon them. The Miami nights grew colder, mirroring the icy uncertainty that had settled between Olivia and Luca. The weight of their respective obligations had become unbearable, and their love faced its greatest test yet, a test that would determine the course of their futures. One evening, as they sat on the same beach where their love had blossomed, the stars above them seemed to twinkle with empathy. Olivia gazed at the vastness of the ocean, tears streaming down her cheeks, and Luca's heart ached as he watched the woman he loved in such anguish. "We can't keep doing this to ourselves, Luca," Olivia finally whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "The expectations, the pressure, it's tearing us apart. I can't bear to see you torn between your love for me and your family's restaurant." Luca, his own heart heavy with sorrow, reached out to cup Olivia's face, his touch gentle yet filled with a profound sadness. "I know, Olivia," he said softly. "I can't bear to see you forced into an arranged marriage either. Our love deserves better than secret meetings and stolen moments." They both knew what needed to be done, even though the pain of it was almost unbearable. With tear-filled eyes, they made the heart-wrenching decision to part ways, at least for the time being. It was a choice born out of love, a choice to protect each other from the turmoil of societal expectations. Luca, his own heart heavy with sorrow, reached out to cup Olivia's face, his touch gentle yet filled with a profound sadness. "I know, Olivia," he said softly. "I can't bear to see you forced into an arranged marriage either. Our love deserves better than secret meetings and stolen moments." They both knew what needed to be done, even though the pain of it was almost unbearable. With tear-filled eyes, they made the heart-wrenching decision to part ways, at least for the time being. It was a choice born out of love, a choice to protect each other from the turmoil of societal expectations. They shared one final, passionate kiss on that moonlit beach, a kiss filled with the depth of their love and the sorrow of their parting. It was a farewell that echoed with promises of hope for the future, even as they walked away from each other, the distance between them growing with every step. As they went their separate ways, the enchanting city of Miami seemed to mourn the loss of their love. The whispers of the sea carried their names, a reminder of the love that had once burned so brightly in the vibrant city. With heavy hearts, Olivia and Luca hoped that their sacrifice would lead to a brighter future, one where they could find a way to be together without the weight of societal expectations and obligations. It was a decision made out of love, a love that remained unbroken, even as they ventured into the unknown, trusting that destiny would one day bring them back together. Olivia's flight back to Europe was a bittersweet journey, the distance between her and Luca stretching like an unbridgeable chasm. She returned to her art career, immersing herself in the world of museums and galleries, seeking solace in the beauty of the works she studied. Yet, the emptiness left by their separation lingered in her heart. In Miami, Luca threw himself into his culinary journey with renewed determination. He poured his creativity into every dish, determined to make a name for himself and his family's restaurant. The bustling kitchen became his refuge, a place where he could channel the longing and heartache that had taken root in his soul. Their lives had taken different paths, but the memories of their love in Miami haunted them both. Olivia would often find herself lost in thought, her mind drifting to the stolen moments on the beach and the passionate kisses under the starlit sky. Luca, too, couldn't escape the memories of their time together, the taste of her lips and the warmth of her touch. As they navigated their separate lives, they found solace in the messages they exchanged, words of longing, love, and hope that bridged the physical distance between them. Their love remained an unspoken promise, a bond that time and space could not sever. Yet, the ache of their separation was a constant companion. Olivia missed the vibrant energy of Miami, the whispers of the sea, and the warmth of Luca's embrace. Luca longed for the artistry of Olivia's presence, the way she saw beauty in everything, and the passion they had shared. They both grappled with the choices they had made, choices driven by duty, tradition, and societal expectations. It was a heavy burden to bear, the knowledge that they had sacrificed their love for the sake of obligations. And yet, they held on to the hope that one day, their paths would converge once more. In the midst of their struggles and the emptiness of their lives without each other, Olivia and Luca clung to the belief that their love was worth the sacrifices they had made. They trusted that destiny had a plan for them, a plan that would reunite their hearts in the vibrant city that had witnessed the birth of their love, Miami. Miami's skyline shimmered with the promise of a new day as Olivia and Luca's lives unfolded in unexpected ways. The city that had once witnessed their love story would soon become the stage for a twist of fate that neither of them could have foreseen. One sunny morning, Olivia received an invitation to an art exhibition in Miami, a prestigious event that would showcase her expertise as an art historian. The opportunity was too enticing to resist, and she found herself returning to the city that had captured her heart. Similarly, Luca's culinary journey had taken an unforeseen turn. A renowned food critic from Europe had made a surprise visit to Miami, and the critic's rave review of Luca's restaurant catapulted it to international fame. Suddenly, Luca found himself in the spotlight, his dream of becoming a renowned chef closer to reality than ever before. As fate would have it, Olivia and Luca's paths crossed once more, their rekindled connection reigniting the passion they had once shared. Their reunion was a whirlwind of emotions, joy, longing, and the recognition that their love had endured the test of time and distance. Under the Miami sun, they explored the city anew, their love story taking on a new chapter. They revisited their favorite spots. The beachside restaurant where they had met, the hidden cove where they had shared secrets, and the art galleries that had brought them closer. Their love was as intense as ever, but the obstacles that had forced them apart still loomed large. Olivia's family's expectations and Luca's duty to his restaurant remained unyielding. They were acutely aware that their reunion might be fleeting, a temporary reprieve from the demands of their respective worlds. Yet, they chose to embrace the moment, to savor every stolen kiss and shared laughter. In each other's arms, they found solace and a renewed sense of hope. Fate had intervened, giving them a second chance at love, but the future remained uncertain. As Olivia and Luca navigated the challenges of their rekindled romance, they were determined to confront the obstacles that had once torn them apart. Their love story was far from over, and in the heart of Miami, where art and cuisine intertwined, they were determined to rewrite the ending, a story of love that would endure, no matter the odds. the intensity of Olivia and Luca's love burned brighter than ever in the vibrant city of Miami. With each passing day, their hearts grew more entwined, and the whispers of their love echoed in the very soul of the city. Yet, the obstacles that had once torn them apart still cast a long shadow over their love. Olivia's impending arranged marriage and Luca's duty to his family's restaurant were ever present, like storm clouds threatening to rain on their parade of happiness. One evening, as they walked hand in hand along the moonlit beach, Olivia turned to Luca, her eyes filled with both love and determination. "Luca," she said softly, "our love is worth risking everything for. I can't bear the thought of living a life that doesn't include you." Luca's heart soared at her words, but he couldn't ignore the reality of their situation. "Olivia, my love," he replied, his voice filled with a mixture of longing and uncertainty, "I feel the same way, but we must be prepared for the consequences. Defying society's expectations won't be easy." Their decision weighed heavily on their hearts, but they both knew that their love was rare and precious. It whispered of eternity, of a connection that transcended duty and tradition. As they looked into each other's eyes, they made a silent pact to face the consequences of their choices together. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions as they hatched a plan to confront their respective obligations head-on. Olivia's family, although initially resistant, began to see the depth of her love for Luca, and the possibility of a different path began to take shape. Similarly, Luca's dedication to his family's restaurant was undeniable, but he saw the potential for a new venture, a restaurant that would combine his passion for cuisine with Olivia's appreciation for art, a place where their love could flourish. As they worked tirelessly to forge a future together, their love grew stronger, like a flame that refused to be extinguished. The whispers of the city, the murmur of the sea, and the vibrant colors of Miami all bore witness to their unwavering commitment. In the end, Olivia and Luca knew that their love was a force of nature, an unstoppable tide that would overcome any obstacle. They were willing to defy society's expectations, to face the consequences, for the chance at a love that transcended duty and whispered of eternity, a love that would forever be woven into the tapestry of Miami's enchanting story, the story of Olivia and Luca, a love that had defied all odds, found its conclusion in the heart of Miami, an epilogue that whispered of the enduring power of love. With each passing day, Olivia and Luca's love blossomed, and the city of Miami served as the canvas on which their happiness was painted. Together, they created a life filled with art, cuisine, and the vibrant energy of the city they both adored. Luca's restaurant, a fusion of his culinary genius and Olivia's appreciation for art, became a beloved establishment in Miami. It was a place where locals and tourists alike gathered to savor the flavors of love that permeated every dish and every corner of the restaurant. Olivia continued her career as an art historian, and her passion for uncovering the stories behind the masterpieces of Miami's galleries and museums only deepened. She found inspiration in every brushstroke, every sculpture, and every corner of the city, knowing that her love story was intertwined with the very essence of Miami. Their love became a legend, whispered by the sea and celebrated by the city. It was a testament to the belief that love could conquer all obstacles, rewrite destiny, and endure through the ages. As Olivia and Luca walked along the beach, hand in hand, the waves seemed to echo their love story, a story of two souls who had found solace and happiness in each other's arms. The whispers of the sea carried their names, a reminder that love, when true and unyielding, could withstand the test of time. Their journey through art, cuisine, and the enchanting city of Miami became a cherished legend, a story of love that defied the odds and endured through the ages. And as the sun set over the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the city they loved, Olivia and Luca knew that their love was a masterpiece, a work of art that would forever be painted in the vibrant colors of Miami's heart.